struck the ball well today and played well, and you know, because of that, you know, he's the Masters champion. So thanks for that. No, it's I think you can just look at the West and see that team is a real quality team, and you know, they're not going to make the playoffs, and they're a real quality team. They're hard to play. Every game we played them this year, it's been like a roller coaster. And, you know, they've got a lot of offensive weapons, really smart players. You know, Scola is just such a cerebral type guy that does so many things. You know, he's not exceptionally quick or he doesn't shoot it exceptionally well, but you can see at the end of the night he ends up with 30 points and 8 rebounds. So, you know, we beat a real good team tonight, and we had to play extremely well to do it. You know, I thought Amari had a monster game. But it's not anything that he hadn't done the last 2 months, really. So he's played real well. I thought at the end we did a great job of executing, and then we stepped up and made shots. You know, Channing made a big shot for us. Obviously, Jay Rich made one. Steve came down and made a 3. But at the end of the night, we got separation because we got stops at the end of the game, and we were able to come down and score. And that's the only way you can get separation. We can't trade baskets with them. So I was real happy with that. As I said, they're not a team that's you know, you can stick them in the playoffs right now and they'll be fine. They could play against any team out there and they'll be okay. You know, they just had a big win over Utah the other night where it was about a 25-point game. So if you let them out of the box, you can see what happens.
Can you talk about that play Amari made late, saving the ball out of bounds and finishing with the dunk? Really seemed to spark your team.
Well, yeah, it did. And as I said, you know, we were struggling. I mean, they do a great job of executing, and Rick's teams always, you know, do a good job. But I thought Amari made a great play on the ball, and you know, that did kind of energize us a little bit. You know, came up with a big dunk, and as I said, I mean, Amari's playing great. You know, everything that he's doing, he's trying to, do a good job defensively. So, you know, it's just been great.
You talk about just the 2 teams you faced, just ironically are the teams that you're battling right now for that home court advantage.
Yeah, you know, we play Denver and then we play Utah. You know, they're going to be really tough games. You know, Denver, you know, we're chasing them right now, so we got to try to find a way to get ahead of them. I think the big thing for us is that we've been talking about it for the last, you know, since we made the playoffs, since we were officially in the playoffs, we've been talking about trying to get home court, and we've been talking about being in a situation where we can still control our own destiny. And right now, you know, we're still in a situation where if we take care of business on our end, then we'll have home court. So we have 2 tough teams to play. Obviously, we said to the guys that the last 3 games are going to be really like playoff games anyway, because you're playing for position, and they'll be real physical games, and there's going to be runs and peaks and valleys, and we're going to have to be able to, you know, just endure all of that and find a way to win the games. That's what you have to do when you're playing playoff basketball.
On the board, I think in the locker room, we talked about bench play, and I think you guys matched them where even the bench scored more than they did. Just talk about
Well, we have a lot of confidence in the bench, as I said all along. You know, we have guys that we stick in there. I think the best thing that have happened for us is that we've been in a position now where Steve only has to play the last 6 minutes of the game. He's not playing the last 9.5 or 10 minutes of the game, you know, where he's getting a little worn out. Thought Goran played well tonight. Thought LB had some good moments for us tonight where he stepped up and did some things. You know, Lou, a couple of hustle plays here and there. So sometimes you can't look at even at the stat sheet and really judge how well our bench has done for us. But you know, we've had confidence in them the whole year. We'll have confidence in them in the playoffs.
what did you see in the play with Nash, the reason where they hit knees, and Steve seemed to think that I think he kicked his leg out, or did you?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, you know. No big deal. I mean, as long as Steve's fine. But just end of the game play, just kind of bump knees, and, you know, they're a little frustrated. I mean, Trevor's a little frustrated, you know, with the way things have gone for him. That's understandable. All right, thanks.
That's fine.
Just talk about what happened. Like, do you think he went after your intentionally with the leg, or got a little bit?
I mean, it's not even worth talking about. It just left the leg hanging a little bit and just got me bone to bone a little bit. It's fine.
Talk about this, the big win. You guys let them hang around. You had the 14-point lead, let them hang around, and you guys won a 14-0 run.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got stagnant and got cold a little bit from the field. We missed some shots. And, they're tough. They're playing free and without pressure. They made a lot of shots, and I think they hung with us there and put a lot of pressure on us when they went up too. But we didn't make shots for a while. Our defense held its ground pretty good, and then we went on a run where we hit a few threes in a row and made some separation. Kind of
A little bit more of that spark about late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we struggled to make shots for a little while there. Other than that, I think we would have had a nice lead throughout. And, we created some opportunities. We just didn't convert. And then, when it counted, I think we're hungry and we made our shots.
Play where Murray saved the ball out of bounds kind of sparked you guys.
You know what? Murray made a few plays tonight. Obviously he scored a bunch of points and was great as usual. But he made a couple hustle plays that were fantastic, and I think really gave us an opportunity to take some pressure off ourselves and make a couple key shots.
How about this? You control your own destiny. Obviously, the last 2 games, you could for home court for maybe even a 2 seed.
Yep. I mean, it's a great place to be in, and it's going to be a lot of fun on Tuesday. We just got to come out and be solid and focused and play a good game.
How about the momentum from this game that you get?
Well, I mean, I guess it's nice to have won going into it, but come Tuesday, whether win or lose, you got to come out and play hard and play well. So we'll be hopefully a hungry bunch on Tuesday.
Last minute now, West County. Were you pretty loose tonight?
What's that?
Were you pretty loose?
I felt
tonight?
good. I felt good for the last few weeks, so, other than my cold, and which I think is on its way out. So starting to get my endurance and strength back, and it's a little easier. Not every night it's like running up a mountain, so it's good.
Early in the game, it looked like you were looking to score more than normally you do early in the game. Was there something you saw just in the matchups? Or?
Well, I think that's typically the way I play, but I went through 2 months with a sore back and abs, so I couldn't be as aggressive because I couldn't move and do the things I wanted to do. So now that I'm feeling a little better, I think I'll go back to playing the way I've always played and try to be aggressive and look to score and set up my teammates because of that. I think so. I think just more than anything, he's realized how to attack the defense. So it's allowed him to use his physicality. I think it's really his quickness that allows him to get in there and be physical. He gets a shoulder, a hip past the guy, and he can really use his physicality. I just think it's his feel. He's really got a better feel for attacking the defense, and it's allowed him to really cause a lot of havoc in there.
A lot of times, if he has 35 in the past, it's because he had a hot jumper or something.
Yeah, or I just think we can go to him on the block or in a mid-post ISO situation like we have been the last few months. And in the past, we didn't do that as much because we were picking the movement, got him an advantage, and then he'd attack. But now we're actually going to him in isolation and post-up situations, and I think he's evolved into a player that can really read the defense and be a handful in there to add that to all the other amazing things he's already capable of doing.